You know, there's a hidden architecture all around us, not just in our own minds, but deep, deep down in the soil. It's this vast, intelligent network, one that connects all life and shapes entire ecosystems, and maybe even our own consciousness. So today, we're going to map this planetary scale mind, the Mycelium Matrix.
So, let me ask you something straight up. What is really under your feet right now? Is it just dirt and rocks? Or is there something else, something living and breathing, a network that forms the true foundation of our entire world? See, this isn't just a biology lesson. It's a question that gets to the very heart of what it means to be connected. Okay, to really get this, let's start with a number that's, well, it's pretty hard to wrap your head around. 8, as in 8 miles. According to the mycologist Paul Stamets, that is the length of mycelial cells you could find packed into a single cubic inch of healthy soil. Think about that, an invisible superhighway running right under our feet. So now we're stepping into that hidden kingdom. We're about to look at a world that operates totally beneath the surface, a biological matrix that underpins pretty much all life on this planet, and it works in ways we are only just beginning to understand. So the star of our show here is mycelium. Now, when you see a mushroom, you're really only seeing the fruit. The actual organism is this enormous underground network of tiny, thread-like structures, just one cell wall thick. That's the real body of the fungus. The mushrooms, they're just its temporary reproductive organs popping up. The visionary mycologist Paul Stamets, he gave us the perfect metaphor for understanding all of this. He called it Earth's natural internet. And you know what? That's not just some poetic little phrase. It's a surprisingly literal description of a biological information superhighway that processes and shares data across entire ecosystems. So let's really dig into that idea, Earth's natural internet. How on earth can a biological network function like our digital one, and in some ways, maybe even like our own brain? Well, the similarities are way more profound than you might think. The parallels here are just striking. I mean, look at this. Just like the internet, or our own brain, the mycelial network is a node-based system. But instead of transmitting data packets or neural signals, it's transmitting chemical information, nutrients, water, linking entire ecosystems together into one single cohesive unit. It's literally a web of life. And this network, it's not just a passive structure. No way. It is an active life support system. It intelligently moves nutrients from trees that have plenty to little saplings that are in desperate need. It can deliver water across huge distances. And get this, it sends out chemical alarm signals to warn neighboring plants of, say, an insect attack, giving them time to actually raise their defenses. All of this active communication has led some scientists to a really startling conclusion. The network appears to be sentient. Stamets and others, they argue that it behaves just like an intelligent organism. It makes decisions, it solves problems, it responds to its environment. In a very, very real sense, it knows you are there. Your footsteps, they send these little vibrations, these pressure waves through the network, alerting it to your presence. This just elevates the role of fungi from being simple decomposers to something so much more profound. As Paul Stamets puts it, they're not just a part of our world. These are the architects of our existence. Fungi literally created the soil that allowed plants and then animals to move from the oceans onto land. They basically terraformed the planet for us. Okay, so if there is a planetary neural network, a planetary mind, can it interface with our own? This next part explores a fascinating and, yeah, pretty controversial possibility, using compounds from this ancient network to literally rewire human consciousness. Now, to understand this connection, we have to start with a really surprising biological fact. Humans, you and me, we share more than half of our DNA with fungi. We are actually more closely related to them than we are to plants. This deep biological link, it's the key to understanding what's coming next. Stamets' research points to a really direct mechanism for this kind of rewiring. He highlights how psilocybin, which is a compound found in certain mushrooms, has been shown to promote neurogenesis. That's the literal birth of new brain cells. This process allows the brain to form brand new neural pathways, which can effectively reset old, rigid patterns of thought and create the potential for really profound psychological change. And all this, it brings us to a really fundamental question about the nature of consciousness itself. Is your mind a generator, something that creates thoughts and experiences out of nothing, totally sealed off from the rest of the universe inside your skull? Or is your mind more like an antenna, a receiver that's just tuning into a universal field of information that already exists. This theory suggests we don't create our consciousness, but that we tap into it, maybe through the very network we've been talking about this whole time. This leads us right to our final section, the ancient connection. To really, truly grasp the scale of this planetary intelligence, we have to look back not just thousands or even millions of years, but billions. Let's put a number on this ancient intelligence. 2.4 billion. That's the age, in years, of the oldest known mycelial fossil ever found, discovered in ancient lava beds. For some context, multicellular life on land is only about 450 million years old. This network was here, thinking and learning long, long before us. So what this means is that an ancient operating system has been running beneath our feet this entire time, a biological intelligence that's been managing the planet's resources and information flow for eons. It's been a silent partner in the evolution of all life. And this intelligence, it doesn't have a central command center. It's a distributed, decentralized network, kind of like the internet or a blockchain, right? There's no single point of control. Decisions are made and information is shared across the entire system all at once, a form of consciousness without a self. And this isn't just history. This network is active right now. It is communicating all around you, right now, beneath your feet, in every single forest and every field. There's this unheard conversation that connects all of life, a silent hum of planetary awareness just beyond our senses. The implications here are just staggering. The sources we've explored, they all point to one startling conclusion. The world isn't a collection of separate things. It's a single, interconnected, intelligent system. And you're not just an observer watching it all happen. You are a part of that network. You are not disconnected. You are plugged into something ancient.